Hi, good evening everyone. In the last video, we have manually fetched the data from Apex using imperative method. Don't you think there should be any method that should automatically get refreshed and we don't have to do any click of button and it can get the data directly from Apex without a click of button? So yes, if you understand it right, in the today's session, we will be understanding how wire method fetch the data directly from Apex without intervention of button or using a connected callback and anything. So let's start with today's session where we will be understanding how we can connect wire method with the Apex. Also in this session, we will be using the same Apex class that we used yesterday, that is fetching the detail for account, so that we are able to understand how easy the wire is and how we can switch directly from wire to imperative method. So let's understand first the Apex class that we will be using in order to fetch the data from the Apex. First of all, we have created the public class with sharing, that is account controller. And in the same account controller, we have used aura enabled decorator. Aura enabled is basically used other than visual force. Let's take an example. If you are creating a aura component or if you are creating a lightning web component, then with same intention, in order to fetch the data from Salesforce, we need to use @aura enabled and cacheable equal to true. So what is cacheable equal to true? Why it is used? So cacheable is equal to true is used only if we want to make the change, if we only want to fetch the data, since the cache is getting refreshed at the backend. So we are allowing cacheable equal to true, but it has one limitation that we can't make add changes in the record when the cacheable equal to true. Also, when you are using a wire method, you can't, if you don't write this cacheable equal to true, then your component will throw an error that it will not show you the records. So, and all with this, we have completed our Apex class. So let's start with our component. Instead of making a new component, we will be saving a time and understanding what all changes do we need to make in imperative method so that it can get converted into wire. So first thing that we have already confirmed that cacheable equal to true is important when you are fetching data from wire, and that is already added in the Apex class. So what we will be doing here, we will be using the same example where we have added a button yesterday. And if I talk about the functionality for the same, so let's discuss the functionality as well. What all functionality has been created yesterday. So I will be minimizing this out and I will be refreshing this component. So this is how I am getting the data from imperative method. I am clicking a load button here, load accounts, and as soon as I load accounts here, imperative method get the data from Apex and it get it displayed. So now we will be deleting that load account button, and instead of it, our data will come directly using the accounts. Everything will remain same, just some syntax will get changed. So what we're doing, we will be opening a Visual Studio Code here. So once we are in the Visual Studio Code, first of all, we will be deleting the button that is load accounts. So once this button has been deleted on which we collect the load accounts, then what we will be doing, we will be just using for each. So here we will be going and we will be deleting everything here. So once we delete everything here, so now you might be thinking, Trishu, how you are going to import the data? We will be using the wire decorator here. So what I will be using wire decorator, and I will be deleting the track decorator because it is now not being used. So what I will be using @wire. I will be calling the method name that is get accounts. This is a method name that we fetch, and further what I will be using, I will be just copying the name that is accounts that we have already used here. So what I will be doing here, I will be pasting accounts here. So that's it for now. In the JavaScript, we don't need to do anything further. But if I talk about my HTML part here, the data will get segregated into that here, that is account.data. And here what I will be doing accounts dot error. So that's it. So let's refresh our data. Let's deploy our screen so that we don't get any issue. and our data get displayed without any changes. So you might be thinking, Trishu, we need a one line only. No, we will be understanding the concept in a minute or two. What all come with the data so that we can see structure of our data and error. Since we have directly used this, but how our data is getting destructured, we will be understanding it. So let's minimize this out and let's refresh our page. So let's refresh it again since we have made the changes. So I think we are not getting the data. So our data is not getting loaded since we have made a small mistake here. That is, we have used the correct syntax in the if true, but we haven't used it here. So with that, there comes two things. One is data, another is error. So we will be destructuring the same in a minute. So in the for each, we also need to add data. So let's save this out. Let's deploy this. So once we deploy this out, and now if we try to see our component, so you will be seeing the data will be coming here. So let's minimize this out and let's check if our data is coming now. So yes, it is coming now. So I have just tested it before I started the video. So yes, our data is coming now directly without making any changes. Let's take an example. I made the changes in the name of edge communication. I go here and what I do, I search for edge communication here, edge communication. Where is edge communication? Edge communication. So let's change the name to edge communication. What is the date today? That is 8th. So this is edge communication, 8th Oct, 8 OCT. So let's save this out. So as soon as I made changes here, so now if I refresh the screen, you will be seeing the latest data here, that is edge communication 8 October. So it gets updated by itself. So now let's understand how we can destructure our data with the help of data and error, that parameters that we are using. So first of all, what we will be doing, if I talk about my Visual Studio Code, I will be opening my Visual Studio Code and here I will be taking two variables, that is accounts and error. One is accounts, another is error. So we will be using this variable in order to fetch the data. So what I will be doing here, I will be just calling a callback method here. So what I will be calling wire threshold instead of wire accounts. And in this method, I will be calling two parameters. That is, I will be adding a braces here, and here I will be adding data and error. So what further I will be doing, if data, then this dot accounts equal to data and this dot error equal to undefined. And also here what I will be doing, I will be adding console.log equal to data, so that I can able to see what data is coming here. And similarly, once we are done with the first part, the second part, what we will be doing, first of all, let's delete this bracket, else if error. And further what I will be doing, I will be just deleting this, and further it has given me the suggestion. So I think yes, this dot error equal to error and this dot accounts equal to undefined. So now we are using just like an imperative method here, and here we will be doing console.log error. So these all are the changes that we need to make in our JavaScript file. By doing this, we are opening the method here with the wire threshold here. So let's save this here, and further, since our data is coming in the account, so we will be copying the accounts here. So I think that is the first thing that we have made the changes earlier. So I will be pasting accounts here, and here also I need to paste accounts, and here instead of account.error, so what I will be doing, I will be just using error. That is because we have put the value here. So now let's deploy our code here and let's check if we are in the same page. So let's deploy our code. Yes, our code has been deployed. So let's go on to our HTML part here. So as soon as we go on the HTML part, let's refresh this. So you will be seeing here the data is coming as is. Also, we are able to see data in our console.log. So if you are seeing here in the console, you are getting an array of 10 objects where you are getting all the data here. So this is how wire works. So this complete our video number 11. So if you like my video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for more such content. In the tomorrow session, we will be understanding the LWC data service, by using which we don't have to fetch the data using the Apex itself. We can then just use the API in order to fetch the same. So thank you. Thanks for attending this session. Have a nice day.